Welcome to Planet Subaru, one of the largest Subaru showrooms in the world, and the first powered entirely by the sun. And on this bright summer day, we have the meter running backwards. That solar array on the roof is producing so much power. But today we're here to talk about the 2019 Subaru Ascent. We're introducing this vehicle and we're so excited to see it. We've been waiting for a three-row vehicle from Subaru for a long time, the Tribeca, which was Subaru's three-row vehicle before the Ascent, bowed out of production in 2014. So we haven't had the big vehicle for families looking to add a little more space for kids and dogs for several years. So you can see Subaru made this vehicle very big, which is exactly what our customers were asking for. And it's quite a bit larger than the Outback, which was the previous vehicle that we had that was the largest. Wheelbase is 5 inches longer and the vehicle overall is 7 inches longer. So this has a 260 horsepower 2.4 liter turbo engine, which returns a surprising 26 miles per gallon on the highway, even with all that power. And of course, when you drive it, we were really impressed when it came off the truck, this first one, just how much pull it has when you get on it. You'll definitely be pleased with the power. Let's take a look at the engine next. It's not easy to generate 260 horsepower from a relatively small 2.4 liter engine and return 26 miles on the highway per gallon. So lots of technology here. You can see right away, just popping the hood, there's an intercooler, which is essentially a radiator, and that helps cool the air coming into the combustion chamber of the engine. Cooler air, of course, allows you to put more gas in, which allows you to generate more power from a smaller displacement. There's also a turbocharger on this car, and we're not going to get into the principles of turbocharging here other than to mention, for those of you who aren't super familiar with it, it's essentially a fan driven by exhaust gases, and that fan helps compress the air going into the cylinders, again achieving a similar result that the intercooler does, allowing denser air to go in there, and with denser air you can put more gas for more power. Let's take a look at the interior. Today we're taking a look at this highest level Touring model. Touring is only available in a 7-passenger configuration, although in the other trim levels below it you can get 8 passengers. So this is the middle row that has captain's chairs. In the 8-seater models, you'd have a bench there, and then you'd have to fold down the seats to get into that third row. In this car, you can fold down the captain's chairs, or you can sneak through there, aided by these nice hand knobs to help you back there. That third row is much bigger than in the Tribeca that Subaru used to produce. Adults will fit back there comfortably. Probably wouldn't want to take an all-day trip back there, but there's enough leg room. Of course, in this middle row, it's almost limousine-like, the amount of space you have for the rear legs, for the legs of the rear passengers. The door is almost limousine-like in its width and opens to close to 45 degrees, so lots of room to get big adults or cargo or whatever it is that you need to put back there. There's this huge panoramic moonroof here, which I have partially retracted, and it has a power sliding glass on the front of it, this forward position. Up here it opens. That rear piece of glass is fixed, and if for some reason your passengers are getting a little toasty back there, there's a shade that you can slide independently of the positioning of the moonroof. So many ingenious features that Subaru included. Power memory seating. There's this nice adjustable length seat if you happen to have long thighs and you like that little bit of extra support. Heated and cooled seats. If you have children that you'd like to keep an eye on, the sunglass container, which your sunglasses go in here, can be repositioned to get a panoramic mirror. Also, Subaru anticipated that it might be occasional that you would have passengers in the seats that would block your rear view. So they have a camera back there which creates an image on the mirror for those circumstances. And speaking of cameras, there's also a camera out front. There's also a forward-facing camera, and that screen appears at the top center of the dash. And the view out of this screen would allow you to see something, maybe a ball or a child or a bicycle that had been left right in front of the vehicle and was not accessible to your vision because it's a fairly tall hood. You know, it's a big vehicle and a tall vehicle. So that's a nice safety feature too. There's the instrument cluster. There's a power tailgate available, which you can just push the button there on the tailgate, or you can use it from the remote fob. I've left the seats all up here, so you see this third row, which gives you a little bit of space in back. It's not a ton, but you could fit some pretty big suitcases upright. And then you can see the second row and then all the way to the first. Next, I'll show you what the configuration looks mixed up a little bit. So you can see that you can fold one seat down, or with one hand you can grab this release and push the second seat down. Now we have a pretty significant amount of room, comparable, actually even a little bigger than what an Outback would have. Plenty of space there. And then I'll fold the middle row down for you. So just a couple of motions to get that rear seat to fold down. First, we'll get it to go down, and then we'll pop it flat. Do the same thing on the other side for you. So lots of room in here. I mean, you could practically get sheets of plywood in there now. Tons of room. Please visit planetsubaru.com for a much more detailed analysis of the vehicle. Or even better, come visit us here in Hanover, Massachusetts, where we can really impress you with the quality of the sound system and all the other details that we didn't have time to cover in the video today. Thanks for watching.